You were my brother, Anakin! I loved you! I hate you!
As the master, I'm not ready to lose to my student yet. What a powerful / good line from Kirito. That really caught me by surprise. Like, call it cliche, whatever you want, but just seeing the way Kirito said that, and then he draws his sword, looks at Yu-Gi-Oh!, and then they charge each other, that was a pretty freaking good scene. Like, whoa. Because when you think about what SEO Season 3 has been about, this arc, it's been about building up Yu-Gi-Oh! As a character. It's not just been about Kirito, and that's a big thing I wanted to kind of express since the anime started. And yes, I may be anime only now, but it doesn't change the fact that it's been very apparent that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been the main focus of the story. And seeing how all this development, all this time that's been given to him over Kirito, building up his skills, him changing as a person, becoming the man he is or was to this very point, is very interesting. And seeing when Kirito stands before him, honestly, you don't really know who's gonna win, because you gotta think about it like this. Yu-Gi-Oh! He is skilled in the same way Kirito is. Like, he has learned from Kirito, which means that he has been able to effectively see how Kirito fights. They both know each other's fighting style, or at the very least, they comprehend their sword skills, so Kirito's not gonna have an easy time. You throw in the incarnation system to just what drives Yu-Gi-Oh! In the first place, it makes you wonder, how in the hell is Kirito going to win this? Yes, Kirito is the MC. He should be able to win at the end of the day. But one of the big things that this series has been trying to show is that Yu-Gi-Oh! Could be said to also be the MC. He is in the same tier as Kirito. And so for the first time I think we've ever seen in SAO, it's a fight to where there is a likely possibility Kirito could take a major L. And I'm excited about that. I really am, because Yu-Gi-Oh! Standing before Kirito, just showing how the animators wanted to reflect the fact that they're both very identical to the facial expressions, the way they look, to the way they fight. I mean, I love the entire ending sequence of the episode, just really making us, know that these two characters are so similar that makes you wonder who really will win. I love the build up to that, because it's been established since the very beginning that these two characters are very much alike, and now seeing them go head to head, who knows? But okay, let's talk about something real quick that's very disturbing. Let's talk about the Prime Senator. The Prime Senator was straight up watching the Administrator and Yu-Gi-Oh! Going at it. And he was just getting angry. He was having, anger. I can't say the actual words because YouTube wouldn't like it. But the man was watching, he was happy, and I'm just like, this dude is into NTR. I think he likes NTR, because just seeing the way he was acting, the way he was, angry, but obviously he was liking it to be watching it, and then he got interrupted. He was a little bit upset about that. I'm just like, that dude creepy. He legitimately creepy. Whoa. He was already creepy for what he did to, the commander, but seeing his interaction this episode and how he was acting towards watching the Administrator and Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm like, this dude is, he's weird. He's incredibly weird. Probably one of the weirdest characters I have seen from SEO. And that's going pretty far. Because, SEO has a lot of, creepy and weird villains, characters. And we've seen it constantly since Season 1, Season 2, and, Season 3. But seeing his interaction, how he's just watching, I'm just like, whoa. I wonder if the Administrator knows that, or if she is actually into that as well. Who really knows? But that's the question I have. But okay, let's get into some serious stuff, though. Let's talk about the senators in the room and how they live. Probably, or easily, one of the most disturbing scenes. If we're not talking about weird with the Prime Senator, if we're talking about just, not weird, but just, disturbing because on a whole other level, it makes you think about what existence these people are. It's disturbing because they're not even considered human anymore. And I'm not talking about their souls have been implanted into, a monster body, like a lizardman or something. I'm talking about legitimately their very thought process, their mind has been broken down to the point where they're no longer could be considered humans, but just a machine living on at this point. Like, seeing the feeding tube coming in that alerted them, and then they just started eating this gloop, it's disgusting, because they were willing to allow that. Their mind has been shattered to such an extent that they are like living like this. They don't care. They don't think about it. They live to be able to monitor the world for the taboo index. And I'm just like, what an existence. Because that's not something you can fix. Like, you can fix, someone's memories maybe being gone. For instance, Alice and Yu-Gi-Oh's. But their very existence and how they live, that's not something bringing back someone's memories can fix. That's trauma. That is literally breaking someone's mind to the point where they're no longer even human. They don't think they're human anymore. I can't imagine what they have been put through to be like that. But it was, like I said, one of the most disturbing scenes of the episode, and easily one of the most disturbing scenes I think of all of SAO, because I didn't think we would go that far to really see how the administrator would try to have her system in place. It's disgusting. So, I do hope, before everything is said and done, that those senators get some peace, because even though they're following the will of the Taboo Index and the administrator, it's obvious that they're not doing it because they want to do it. They probably were either messed with the mind by the administrator, like what happened to Yu-Gi-Oh! And all them, or they were just tricked and, forced in that position. Who really knows? But the point is that I hope they get some peace. Like, I hope, honestly, they just get to rest in peace. They don't deserve a life like that. That was probably one of the worst fates you can have, especially if you're having to live for all time. Like, we know for a fact that their life can be extended, so knowing how the administrator is, she probably gave them permanent life, so they're going to be stuck there for all of eternity as long as this system keeps running, so that's a fate, honestly, worse than death. But okay, let's get back into the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister, as an individual, is a very weird one. Besides his creepy nature of watching in on the Administrator, he was able to completely negate the attack that Alice did to him, which, by the way, savage. That was a very brutal scene. Seeing how Alice just grabbed the man and just impelled him, and obviously there was censorship, I'm assuming it was censorship, but the way she impelled him, so stern with a serious face, and then the man just popped and all that, I'm like, really? It couldn't be that easy, could it? But he had a very strange body, and it makes me wonder exactly what did he use. Did he have, like, a passive ability? Like, he's a creature that has a passive ability like that? Or is that, maybe an incarnation system? For instance, how you're able to use your will itself or what you believe to kind of change the system or the environment. I wonder if that's what that was. I'm very curious. But whatever it may be, though, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has obviously mastered it to some extent. He is able to literally force power his weapon out of Kirito's hands over to himself, which is pretty amusing because that's never been shown before, but I guess because his determination is so high now and his skill level that he's probably able to do something like that. I'm willing to bet if things continue, Kirito's probably going to have to use his dual-wielding capabilities to defeat Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm assuming Alice is probably going to sling her sword at Kirito, I was going to say Yu-Gi-Oh!, and Kirito's going to have to defeat him, because we still have yet to see that, and it was hinted at in this episode that Kirito looks really good with dual-wielding swords. That's what Alice mentioned, so I do wonder if we're going to see that very soon, maybe in this upcoming fight, and then, there's just complete shock. Yu-Gi-Oh's shocked, and, Alice is shocked, and Kirito's probably a lot higher skill level with dual-wielding, because that's kind of what he trained with, so I'm curious if that will happen or not. But okay, what to talk about? I guess, let's talk about Alice's decision, because I technically didn't review last week's episode, so I kind of want to talk about it here. Alice obviously has shifted sides, and she made the same decision, kind of what Yu-Gi-Oh! Did, but in a different context. Like, she didn't kill anyone like Yu-Gi-Oh! Did, but she, broke the, taboo index. She was able to overcome it and was able to be her own person, and now she is helping out Kirito, which speaks a lot about her character, and it just shows that Kirito as an individual, he has an effect on people. He's able to turn these AI and allow them to gain their own free will. He's done this with Yu-Gi-Oh!, and now he's done this with Alice, and if it continues, he's probably going to do this a lot more with other individuals, and probably more are going to join his side, which eventually, I think the Cardinal system will see, and be like, okay, maybe maybe this world is worth saving and we shouldn't completely erase it. I could see something like that happening. But for now, though, Alice has joined his side. She's a very powerful ally, and I wonder if she's going to be able to keep that eye patch-like design she has right now, or if that's going to get removed. Because I want to be honest here, I really do like the eye patch design on Alice. Even though I know she's probably going to have her eye fixed and all that, but I just really like the eye patch. Something about eye patches I don't think are really utilized a lot in anime and manga, and so seeing an eye patch on her character, I'm like, wow, I didn't think it would fit as well as it does while watching this episode. So I want more of that. I do want more of that, and I hope Alice actually, you know, puts up a good fight too next week, and it's not just Kirito, because, I mean, Alice is a strong individual. Even though she now has her mind back, she's still a good fighter, and it would be unique to see Alice fight back against Yu-Gi-Oh! Because when you think about it, the goals of what was set out when, you know, this arc started was that Yu-Gi-Oh! Wanted to save Alice, and now he has lost his mind, and Alice has kind of slowly found her way back, so the situation is completely reversed, and now we don't really know, like, will Yu-Gi-Oh! Get back his memories? Because at this point in time, it seems like he really doesn't. He doesn't care. It looks like the administrator's, I guess, will was too strong for the man. Broke him, in a way. But, jokes aside, though, I wonder if Yu-Gi-Oh! Can come back or not. And if there's only one person that probably could bring him back from where he's at, it would probably be Alice. Because even though I know Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh! Have quite the connection, I feel like Alice is the one individual that could bring him back, because that's who he's been fighting for since the very beginning. Why he wanted to change his calling for so long was because he wanted Alice back, or to find out her whereabouts and what really happened to her. But I think, that's pretty much about it. It's a great episode of Sword Art Online, and I can't ask for any more from what I got from this episode. The cliffhanger's nightmare fuel, which, oh my god, like, I wish the episode didn't end right there, but it's probably going to be a fantastic episode next week, because we're going to get to see Kirito and Yu-Gi-Oh! Go at it. But I think, like I said, I want to end this video here. So if you enjoy my content, you know, please subscribe. If you like this video, please leave a like. And if you want to get notified for whenever I upload a video, please click the bell icon down below. And with that, Chibi out.